Hi, this is an introduction to what you're going to do in our pre-calculus algebra course on a week-by-week basis. Okay, so assuming you've already watched the intro to Blackboard video, which shows you what everything is over here, so you probably need to watch that before you watch this one. So if you hadn't, click off and go back. You probably already need to have watched the Alex video showing you how to set this up, because this one is telling you what you're going to do on a weekly basis. Okay? So the first thing is I'm just going to remind you over here that under the pre-calculus algebra resources, there are several items that you can click on to give you some more introduction to things. If you need a calendar, that is here, and I think I need to update this. It's changed a little bit, but you get an idea. Our calendar will change, I promise you. So if it does, if I change anything on it, I will let you know, I promise. There's your video on navigating Blackboard. Uploading an assignment, very important, because your homework assignments, your textbook assignments, and your labs will be uploaded back to Blackboard, so you'll want to watch that video or read through the instructions. And here's how to use Desmos. That's our graphing software. But anyway, so over to weekly assignments. The first thing you're going to see is this little introduction in addition to this video that's going to tell you what you need to do. So it says read through the pre-calculus objectives, go to one or two at a time, study the notes I provide, watch the videos by me on Blackboard. So you can read through this because I'm going to actually do it with you here. So the first week, we're going to click on week 1. And usually I'll have at least the next week up for you so you can start on it if you get finished early. But we'll click on week 1. And you can see first thing here is your week 1 checklist. So this tells you exactly what you need to do, and usually in the order you need to do it. So read your syllabus. So if you're here, you've already done that if you're ready to get started. Create your Alex account. So like I said, there was already a video that talked to you about the Alex account, how to create it, how to put in your access code, how to complete the tutorial and the initial knowledge check. So if you've completed all that, then you're really ready to get started for your weekly work, okay? So content engagement. Watch the instructional videos for sections R1 through R4. Print the handout and take notes. So I'm going to scroll down past some things here. So you're getting started with Alex. You can go in there for your video and all if you like. But here's section R1. So we're going to click on that, and then we'll see what it says there. Here you'll find the notes, a handout, and a video for section R1. So here is what I recommend. I left off a D there. I have to fix that. But what I recommend is you select the handout first and then print it out if at all possible. And what this is, and this one's extremely short as you can see, just one page. What this is it is a place that you can take your notes. So instead of using blank paper and having to write down all this information and write down the example, it's already here for you, okay? Everything is on these handouts except for the answers. And so whenever there's answers, you can see write each graph in interval and set builder notation. Then I'm going to be showing you either through the notes or the video how to complete these, and you can just write down your answer there. Put these in a 3-ring binder, and you've got every note you'll ever need for this class all in one spot. So we can click back, or we could have clicked up here where it says R1 Set Builder Notation and takes us back to this section. The next thing is under here is your notes. So let's say, yeah, I do suggest you watch the video, of course, but let's say you really already know how to do this and you just want to check and make sure. Here are the answers for you, okay? So it's still got everything you need to know listed here with the answers typed or written down for you in any work. So you could also print out this if you wanted to. I'd suggest if you do print it to make sure you, let's see if it gives, well, it'll be different for your screen. But I wouldn't print out one page at a time. Make sure you've got more than one on there. Otherwise, it's really big and uses a lot of paper. We're going to go back and I'm going to show you the video. So here's the first video for the first section. This one's really short. Some of them are up to like 30, even longer minutes. But I try to go through it as quickly as I can. But you can see, you can click on the video here. You can make it bigger if you like.
Hi everyone. Today we're going to start on the first section.
That's kind of how it sounds. And it just goes through and shows you how to do things. And you'll see that you can actually, I'm writing it as I talk about it.
And where X is less than or equal to.
There, because I can explain what we're doing as we're writing it down and as you're writing it on your handout. Okay, so back to week 1, you can go to section R2, same deal. Okay, this one's a little bit longer, not too much, but it gives you a little more idea of what things will look like. So here's the notes for section R2. You can see I've got everything written down here. And then the video again. This one's a little bit longer. Let's see. Oh, this one's a lot longer. 36 minutes. Sorry about that. But what the video is it's kind of like the same thing as if you were actually sitting in class, okay? That's the way I try to run my online courses, is kind of like you're actually going to class, listening to a lecture, starting on your assignments, taking notes, that type of thing, so that hopefully the online experience is just as good as your in-class experience would have been. Okay, so after you've watched, or if you've, let's say you've finished section R1, okay, and I think R1 and R2 are together on the ALEKS. So let's say you finished section R1 and R2, then you're going to go over to your ALEKS text. And I'm not going to click on this because we've already talked about how to go to ALEKS. But that will give you, go over to your Access to ALEKS and get you started on anything that they have for you over there. Okay, so after you have watched the videos and completed the ALEKS objectives, then there's a few things here for you to do to check your knowledge on the lesson or the lessons for the week. So the first thing is a homework assignment. So down below, got your ALEKS objectives listed there, and there's going to be an ALEKS quiz. So down below all that, you've got the activity, textbook homework 1. Okay, and you can see this isn't terribly long. It's just 1, 2, 3 questions. Try to keep them as short as possible. And you're going to click on that, and you're going to work these 3 problems on a separate sheet of paper and then upload them using the video that I've already put in Blackboard. You can attach the files from your computer, and like I said, there's a video already on Blackboard over here under Pre-Calculus Algebra Resources. If you haven't watched that yet, it will show you some options for how to upload your assignments. Okay, so I'm going to go back. And so you finished those 3 problems, you've uploaded them, and then you've got 2 labs to do this week. Usually it'll just have 1 during the week, but this first time it's 2, and you're going to click on that, and you're going to see there's an attached file. So here it is. Print it out, or if you are really good at Math Editor, then you can type it. But if not, it's a lot easier if you print it out, re-upload it, or finish it, upload it, and then I'll grade it and send it back to you. So going on, you'll do lab 2, and then the next thing, you've got your ALEKS quiz also, so you can either do the quiz before the labs or after. That's up to you. Probably after, because the labs will give you a little bit more help before you take the quiz. So that's how you complete week 1. And let's just look at week 2. You can see it's slightly shorter because you don't have to do all that ALEKS introduction stuff. But here you've got just one section, R5 Part 1. Click on it. You've got your handout, your notes, your video. Same deal, okay? You've got your ALEKS objectives to complete, your textbook activity down here for homework 2. There's 6 questions, so not terribly bad. You've got your lab also, but everything is always listed right here up top for what you need to do for that week. Again, if you want to see your calendar, just to get an idea of what's upcoming, you can go to that, but this is not accurate. I've got to upload a new one. So that's what you do on a weekly basis to complete your work for pre-calculus algebra.